Shout out to the trappers, we are my back lit. It's D out of Henny Man, battle rap trap, and we definitely got the streets.
D out of Henny Man. D out of Henny Man. Put it on your YouTube.
Shout out to the trappers, we are back lit. It's D out of Henny Man, battle rap trap, and we definitely got the streets' eyes. So the whole situation with Cassidy and John about a month ago, they were supposed to battle. Cassidy no-showed the face-offs, and he actually didn't show up at the event. It was a lot of question marks. John didn't get too vocal, but he made it clear that he didn't like the situation from Cassidy's behalf. He felt disrespected, all that. Cassidy has not spoken out until now. Cassidy was on M3S3 Dog Fred's podcast. I say that to say this. He been killing it in the streets lately. If you're not subscribed, you need to be subscribed. Now, I'm gonna put the link to this interview in the comments so y'all can check that out and subscribe. But I'm gonna give y'all a little clip of what he said, though. Check this out.
I started talking with, not actually John, but somebody that I guess do business with John. Mm-hmm. Something I did came through this person, and then we started communicating, and he dealt with John too, so he the one that like plugged and connected it. They definitely ain't have the bread that I'm asking for, and that's the thing I think people confused about too. And it was like an alley-oop. It was a different type of situation. It wasn't really no money up front, you know what I'm saying? Me being Cass, I could have took the alley-oop and just did some crazy move and dunked the ball. I don't think he was prepared for it. A lot of energy come with battling me, and then having to run a league and hold them responsibilities down is a lot. So he decided, I'm going to just focus on rapping and trying to be a battle rapper, when really more important was you should have tried to run your league and been a businessman. That would have been even more important at this particular moment than even being a battle rapper. So a lot of things ain't go right, I mean.
All right, like I said, that's just a little clip, you know what I'm saying? Full video is actually about 23 minutes. He gets into detail, he say how he feel, he spaz out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he made some good points or whatever. But John actually went to the spaces and gave his full side of the story. So I'm about to drop the spaces. I rock with Cass, I rock with John. I ain't got a dog in the fight. But y'all listen to both and let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. It's battle rap trap. We got the streets.
I got it, man.
Frank was good, Frank.
Salute, Doc. And salute, John was good.
What's good?
I appreciate you pulling up. We were having discussion about the you and Cass situation. I don't know if you want to speak on it or if you just want to contribute to what we talk about now.
No, yeah, I figured that's what y'all wanted to talk about. I just spoke to 3 about it, but yeah, I don't know if anybody got. I don't feel like the nigga made sense. You know what I mean? It just sounds crazy. It just led me to believe the nigga never planned on showing up, man.
Okay, that's your overall feeling, is that so? The 3 points that he hit, the first was that he agreed to a fraction of his typical purse, so he felt like you owed it to him, and that the majority of his pay was based on the turnout and the success of the event, so you owed it to him to create more motion for the event. His second point was that he was actually sick, so that motivated him not to show up even more. Do you feel like any of those points made sense to you, or do you just ultimately feel like he wasn't going to show up regardless?
That don't make sense. So hold on. So if we doing this together and you battling for a percentage, you not about to promote for that for the back end. So I'm supposed to do all the promotion. You're Cassidy. You know what you're being booked for. And my whole thing is, all this shit was agreed upon beforehand. All of it. The face-offs and interviews is in the contract. Do I gotta post that? Like I don't. It doesn't make sense. How could you if you getting money on the back end, you got to show up to get that. When was I supposed to pay you the pay-per-view if you ain't show up to get it? It don't make no sense. None of it makes sense to me.
Damn.
You had all these discrepancies about the shit. Why I didn't know about none of the discrepancy. You had one discrepancy about the contract, and the contract got modified for you. So therefore, you read the entire contract and knew what you was signing up for.
When he did that interview
Come
where
on.
he said he felt like when they asked him about not doing a face-off, and he said that the traction wasn't where it needed to be, did he communicate that to you directly, or that was the first time you'd ever heard that being an issue?
No. He didn't communicate. The traction wasn't where it needed to be because we didn't do a fucking face-off, dickhead. You got to get the traction there. That's the point of the face-off. And then he also said he had a problem because I was talking crazy. Nigga, we about to battle.
Yeah, he did say that you didn't. It didn't reflect in your promo
about?
that he had taken a cut in the price. Like it didn't reflect in the way you weren't acting like he was giving you a shot type of thing. You were.
He wanted a promo night.
Yeah.
He didn't give me a shot. Here's the thing, Frank. Here's the thing, bro. He can't make it seem like he did me a favor. This is what the terms was. He said, "No, let's make it happen. Okay, this is what we can do. Are you good with this?" Yes. That's it. It's not like, yo, please take the battle or anything. No. No, Mook was gonna take the same deal.
Mm,
That's why Mook is running around saying I ducked him for Cassidy.
mm,
So it ain't like I didn't have options.
damn.
You didn't give me no sign that you didn't want to do the battle. Not one.
Another point he made was that because of the prep time that he put into it, that he doesn't owe you any money back. Did you feel like that was valid or no?
Do you feel like that's valid or not? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, that's insane. We're not doing that. That's insane.
I'm just repeating the exact points that he hit in the interview. I don't want to seem biased. I have my personal feelings, but I want you to get out what
That shit
your
don't make
thoughts.
no sense, nigga. Like you gotta get the traction, nigga. You talking about oh, when Hitman announced the battle, we ain't have no traction. First of all, Hitman announced him and Geechee. That's something people been wanting to see. That's supply and demand, nigga. Nobody asked for John and Cassidy. So the only way John and Cassidy was gonna sell if we promoted and build it up. I didn't
Hmm.
expect an announcement between John and Cassidy for people to be super excited for it. I was really expecting people like, yo, where this come from? Nobody want to see this. But if we get into the face-offs and a promo, it could be built up for people to want to see it. Because Cass, this is what you do.
Nah, I respect that.
This is what you
John
do.
John, did you know that Cassidy was not coming to the face off beforehand?
No, what the fuck? I wouldn't have set up a whole face-off for that.
Okay, hold on. We got hold on. We got Keo and then Froze. To be fair, go ahead.
Yeah, that don't make no
No,
sense.
let Froze go. My hand was up for the before John came up here,
Okay,
but go
okay, go
ahead.
ahead, Froze.
What's going on, John?
What's up,
So,
fool?
question, right? So, obviously, you knew he missed the face off afterwards, and then he didn't show up to the face off the night before, and his excuse was his sick. That's all public information. But based off of the interview that you just, because I heard you just say, man, I kind of feel like he never planned on showing up. Based off of the interview that he just did, basically blurting out all these things that he was displeased with around the event. Does that at all put in, question if he was sick at all? Does that make you feel like that was more of a bullshit excuse to not show up to the battle? Now hearing that he has all these issues surrounding the event,
Yeah, I mean, at
because
the
it's
end of
not
the
like he told him my bad. Because it's not like he said I didn't show up to the event for these reasons. He said he was sick, and then now we're hearing all these things that he's not happy with. Does that make you feel like he never had no intentions based off of that interview we did?
yeah, like yeah, I mean, I can't prove whether or not the nigga was sick. You know what I mean? But his communication and how he carrying everything, that's what's leading me to believe is all bullshit. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know the nigga was sick till the morning of the battle. Not no face off.
Damn.
Do I gotta show how many times I'm calling him the night of while we act the face offs? Like how if I knew he ain't showing up to the face off, why am I calling him this much?
What about the piece where he says that y'all could have done the battle a couple of days after the event? Did you feel?
You know what my issue with that
Hmm.
is, Frank? I'm just now hearing about it 2 months later in this interview. He never said
That was
that.
never an option at the time
He
Oh,
never
that's
said that.
crazy.
I
That's
haven't
messed up.
heard from him. Period. Till
at
now.
all.
No.
That's
Shit,
messed
that's
up.
crazy.
Haven't heard from him
Have
till
you
he
have you
pop up
reached
doing
out?
interviews.
Have you reached out since the day of the event? Like when he didn't show up, have you guys reached out to him prior to the
Hell
event?
yeah, for the next
Okay,
2 weeks. Hell
right.
yeah.
Okay, copy, got it.
Because it could have got rescheduled. It could have got rescheduled. You know what I mean? There was a deal in place. I had a production licensing deal in place. You feel what I'm saying? So I
Sheesh.
was able to negotiate in advance, not a sponsorship, not an investment, in advance, based on the content we was going to get from this battle and what we doing. This is why I ain't seen none of the in-game battles yet, because we're not just going directly to YouTube. This is a whole nother situation going
Okay,
on.
that was gonna be my next question. So that's why we didn't see the battles drop.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So he knew that. He knew the whole thing. He knew the whole situation, man. That's why it doesn't make sense. He had no discrepancies. I have a text thread with me, him, and the person that basically mediated this whole situation between me and him. Basically in text message, any ideas, jot them here. When we was on the phone, I was my mindset was let's do this event together. So what you thinking? If you got any ideas on how you want to go about this shit, boom, boom, boom. There was never no pushback, never no suggestions, never no anything. Now you do an interview and you got all these discrepancies. You had the room to do that. You had an issue. You had one small issue in the contract, which lead me to believe you read the contract. So you didn't want to sign it, and then you had a small issue that got modified, and then of course once that get modified, are you okay with everything? Yeah, okay. And obviously he was if he signed the contract and sent this bank info.
Down, that's a fact. That's a fact. So where does everything stand right now? Is there any chance of this still happening? Is there any line of communication open, or is it completely deaded?
I mean, to me, I'm beyond rapping right now because the way the way this whole shit went about was disrespectful. The way it's being carried out is disrespectful. So the last thing I'm thinking about right now is rapping. The only reservations I have, like the way I feel like I kind of want to do is my material. Like, you know what I mean? My material is so crazy, and that makes me even more frustrated at this situation because it's like my feelings is like, fuck this battle, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? But when you think about the material and the performance I was planning on giving, you know what I mean? I was really about to leave it all up there on that stage. I don't think y'all understand where I was mentally with the battle. He even said it in an interview. John wasn't focused that much on the business. He said he was focused more on the battle rap part. And you right, motherfucker. The business was taken care of once you signed the contract and everything is locked in. Now it's time for me to do the other part of my job. You didn't want me to focus on the battle rap part. You wanted me to focus more on the business that's already handled. And what about your business? Why am I giving you a percentage of the pay-per-view that you're not helping sell?
Damn.
That don't make no
So
sense.
if y'all are able to reschedule, because I get what you're saying, and I ain't gonna hold you. I agree with you. But if y'all able to have a conversation and get it back to where y'all can rap, you know what I'm saying? The necessary battle rap tension, but the battle can take place. You can still recoup some of the loss that, I'm sure it came with losing your main event, right? So there's still notable footage. Cassidy still has a name. So there's still some sort of monetary gain to be had there. In addition to you being able to get the material off that you put a lot of time and effort into creating as well. So do you put that in, or do you think you're able to put that in front of your emotions?
I don't think there's any monetary gain there. You
You don't
know,
think that footage that's still valuable after if once that battle or if that battle was to happen?
I mean, it's like this. It's like trying to sell this shit again. You know what I mean? People already bought it and didn't get what they bought. You see what I'm saying? Like people bought the pay-per-view to see John and Cassidy and didn't
Mhm.
get it. So now I'm supposed to like to reschedule it and try to sell it to y'all again. That wouldn't sit right with me on my soul. Like I feel like if y'all get the if y'all get the battle, y'all shouldn't have to pay for it again. That's
Let
that's
me
that's
ask
how I
you.
feel, and I feel like a lot of people gonna feel like that. That's gonna be a narrative. You know how this shit go.
100%.
Somebody gonna start that narrative. Oh, we ain't paying for this shit again. They trying to
You still
like.
think about
Now that
retiring?
part I agree with. However, I do feel like to your point before, you and Cassidy did kind of fall off the sky before. I told you that one on one. Like it kind of came out of nowhere. But now it's giving grudge match. Now there's a storyline. Now there's more to say to each other than what y'all even had before. Now the people and the culture is actually invested. So I think in addition to the people who purchased it previously just to support you and or Cass, there's now potentially exponentially more people interested in the story and the closure of it.
I mean, maybe I thought about that too. Um, I thought about that too, but I just feel like it's still a big gamble. You know, I'm gambling on a nigga that I already crapped out on. Like I'm gambling on
I
something that
respect that too.
I already lost on. So it's just like I don't want to feel like I gotta gamble again. Give me a guarantee. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna like give me my money back and let's do the battle and stream it for free
Mm.
or some wild shit like that. Like I don't feel like just going out here and trying to and have to repackage this, resell it again. You fucked the pack up already. So how you plan on doing it? Because why I gotta figure out how to fuck up some shit you fucked up. Because if it happens again, that's me scheduling it again, right?
Mm.
I gotta get somebody to shoot it. I gotta get a venue. I gotta get this shit edited and put out. I gotta do this. You not doing it, Cass, and you the one that got paid.
All right, we're gonna go to the
Rose, you
hands.
got a
Yeah,
question?
we got Froze,
Rose,
Keo, then Spills.
Keo,
Yeah, go
still.
ahead, Froze.
John, did you feel like the? Did you have like any problem with media or anything? Did you feel like the coach had your back enough on the situation, or felt like like did you have a problem with people speculating if Cassidy had a leg to stand on it or whatnot?
Um, I mean, the media, people gonna do what they do. I had to learn how to control my feelings when it come to shit like that, and can't expect everybody to be on my side or to be on the right side. Period. You know what I mean? That shit is just too much. But I feel like I do see a lot of people. Right, like right now, I'm seeing the majority of the culture like basically standing on what's right. Like, Cash, you sound crazy. You did the wrong thing. It's a fucked up situation, and then you spinning it like you was trying to do something for the culture. No, if you was trying to do something, you would have showed up or at least gave a proper announcement. You didn't say nothing till now, and you had to wait till somebody paid you for an interview. So somebody had to pay you for a response, and you want us to think you was doing something for the culture? Come on, bro.
That was a cold question, y'all. I know y'all ain't gonna give me my last
Nah,
word.
that
That
was
was a
fire,
cold
bro.
ass question.
What up,
Keo, go
Keo? Go
ahead.
ahead, Keo. Rose, silly.
Hey, John, salute to you. Piggybacking off of what the boss said, and not getting into your personal business, obviously, on the spaces. If you got a production deal, wouldn't it be some value though in still shooting the battle, even if it was just a one off with between you and him somewhere with a small invite only crowd or something? Wouldn't that still be worth something for your production deal? And then secondly, and I do want to hear your answer to that. And then secondly, if you had to repackage it, of course, it wouldn't be a narrative. We would be incensed. I would, that would be crazy that you would try to repackage it. But I do agree with the boss that now I'm more interested in what y'all got to say to each other than I was initially.
Mm.
So what I would say is you could, and as a suggestion, you could still put together a card that is worth buying if y'all wasn't on it, and then just get on it. That also is, now again, I'm not into the behind the scenes of bullpen. I don't know, I'm not saying it's just that easy, but I'm just saying you can still put together a card that's worth buying, and then add that on as a co-main event or so, or whatever, or unfinished business, so to speak. But I really am more interested in the idea of you saying it's not worth it if you got this production deal. And then the last thing, because I know everybody got questions, is one thing Cassidy said in that interview was, they asked him, did you update John? He said, why, it's not my business to update John. Do you agree with that?
No.
Because okay.
Right.
And then the reason I asked that is because it's like John is the bullpen. I mean, I guess it is in a way a collaboration, but it's the bullpen. It just seemed like the communication. What is the motivation? What I'm really asking you is, what's the gist of what you say in the overall motivation of Cassidy is? If it was a scam out of money, but y'all both agreeing that he took a lot less on the front for a bigger
I don't
purse on
know.
the
I don't
back
know what
end.
less is. I don't know what Cassidy's ever got.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you
I know
agreed.
what
Okay,
people say.
okay,
I know what he say. We don't
okay,
know. We don't know. You know what I mean? I know he got paid a lot of money. So
okay. I did. Okay, all right. I
niggas
did.
could make
Okay,
it sound however they want to make it sound and all of this 5% shit. I don't know about all that. But yeah, like, nah, that nigga is crazy.
okay. All right. So then the motivation would be money. Then okay, you saying
What
it's
was
Yeah,
the
but
other
as
because
far as
part?
the
you a
What was
battle
the other
communication,
rapper,
part to your
as
you know.
question,
far
Keo?
Yeah, I'm about to say we got to reel your question
No,
in.
no, that was it. That was it. That was it. That was the first.
yeah,
I
as
just want to
far as
know
the
what he think about
communication
shooting the
though,
footage.
he didn't necessarily have to reach out to me directly. There was somebody that we both was in contact with that does that does Cassidy's bookings. Like it was, you just see what I'm saying? So being that we're
He did
battling,
say that too. He
we're not in direct contact with each other. No, I don't. I'm never in direct contact with anybody I'm battling. Ask Easy. Once me and Easy did the business, we locked in as battle rappers. Ask any like once shit like what the business is out the way. Once contracts signed, everything is taken care of. Niggas got their money. You know what the date is. That's what it is. We don't need to be in contact with each other. Even when me and Ace Amin did that, it was somebody else. We had other people in contact to, but that person was reaching out to him and wasn't getting no responses. And he never hit that person back. That was the never, not once. He didn't say let's battle in a couple days. No, he didn't say anything. He had somebody else text me the morning of the battle saying Cass got the flu. And I said, well, he gotta say something. He has to say something. He gotta let it be known. He gotta say that he's not coming. That's when he texts the person that put it together. Oh yeah, I couldn't get through 4 bars. Blah. All of this is the morning of. All of it is the morning of.
So he never used that group chat.
No,
Spills, go ahead.
no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Spills. Go
Unless I'm
ahead.
tripping, you said this is about to be your last battle, Cassidy. This still gonna be your last battle? Like you still like you ain't battling no more? Period. Like
I never said that was gonna be my last
I thought
battle.
that was the premise of the end game. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean that was left for speculation.
All right, well I
I just never
speculated. I'm
confirmed or
doing that. My
denied
bad.
it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I never confirmed or denied it.
Yeah, you ain't denied
You
this
know what
not
I
either.
mean?
Go ahead.
So,
I just
so do
wanted to
we get
know.
another bullpen event soon, John John?
I mean, I don't know. Like I do feel incomplete. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That shit hurt a lot, but um I'm not about to force it either. You know what I mean? Because that could be another potential loss. You know what I mean? Like I can't take another gamble. It would have to be a guaranteed situation. Let me stumble upon a new caffeine or something that's ready to throw some money away. Let's get it. We turn. We
Oh yeah,
lit.
we're gonna find you some people ready to throw some money
You feel
away.
what I'm saying? Other than that, I can't. Me personally, just going out, I don't know. That's why when y'all say maybe you and Cassie could do the battle and just put a nice little card with it. Listen, I've been doing this for 9 years, man. I got a pretty good gauge on when to throw my coins in that well and when not to. I got a pretty like it's too much for me to go, you know what I mean, to try to build around this. It's still gonna cost me more. I don't feel like I should do anything pertaining with this battle that where it has to cost me anything. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Then I would consider doing the battle. It has
I
to
wish I
not
would have been
cost
on
me
power moves.
I
anything.
get what you're saying. I
No,
get what you're
no,
saying.
I agree with that 100%. How do you feel? So for the people who say because Cassidy's behavior throughout this entire process, right, has been very abnormal from what we've seen from him normally when he has a battle schedule, that the signs were there, you should have known, you know what I mean? Like, what do you say to those people?
You say what? Say it again.
So from the time everybody knew you and Cassidy was happening, normally Cassidy is a promo guy. He all over everywhere. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? People say from the very beginning, Cassidy was acting unusual, uninterested, no tweets, no
hmm
promo, no interviews, no
hmm
nothing. Well, they say you
Now
should
he
have
was
known.
being.
Like all the flags and the signs were there for you to know that this battle wasn't happening or that something was up. What do you say to those people?
I should have known. How do I know that? Like, how do I know? You know what I'm saying? And then at that point, what should I have done? If I knew what I'm supposed to do, how do I know? Like, what I'm supposed to call it off and just give him an out and then just be like, he gotta. Like, how I'm supposed to know? We ain't never seen this before. This is not Cassidy's behavior.
If he would have said something, you would have did it on power moves. If he would have said something,
No, it was a bullpen battle.
all right. I was just asking.
I'm about to say his card was called in game.
I'm just saying at the time, everybody was trying to get him to. You remember at the
It
time?
is a fair question, Spills, because if
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a fair question. I'm just saying, it's a bullpen battle. Like, I don't. Like, how could I just give away a battle that I invested in? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Unless a nigga, you know what I mean, want to book it,
they want to buy it
that's
from you or
different. I'm
something.
not, yeah, want to buy it, yeah, that's different.
Okay.
But it's
Mm,
not like I'm not about to just give the battle. Oh, let's just do it on the next event. Nah,
no,
you know
that
what I'm
makes
saying?
sense. That
For
Like,
makes
sure.
sense.
J
What up,
Smo, go ahead.
Smo?
Nah, I heard John speaking on this earlier too. I just wanted to kind of affirm because I didn't get, I guess, the answer here correctly. But when it comes to the rest of the battles, because Rex obviously still showed out on the card. Clone and Bad News was still a decent battle. Is that just at the moment tied up in the business that there's no timeline that we'll know when that'll drop?
yeah,
Is what it is.
yeah.
Okay, I think we're gonna move on to the next subject. John John, I appreciate you pulling up and clarifying. The culture supports you. I want you to know that
Yeah.
we all collectively do hate that this happened. We were super supporting you. You were having an incredible year towards your Cody run, and we definitely, as a culture, do feel bad that this happened to you, bro. You have the culture's love and support. Know that.
That's a
Nah, I
fact. That's a
appreciate that.
fact. Before you shake, John, the next
Be ready
topic
to
was you
speak.
were talking about who should be Holla's next opponent. Who between Mook, Lux, and Twerk, which one do you think should be next?
Twerk.
Why?
Why?
Um, I just think that's just gonna be. I think Twerk gonna bring out a scary Holla. I feel like first of all, I don't feel like Holla's scared of nobody,
Facts.
but I feel like out of them three, he feels like Twerk is the most dangerous. I feel like that. And then if you give him the most dangerous nigga, that's really gonna make him, you know what I mean, really get crazy. And then
Mm,
people gonna fuck around and try to make Holla the underdog with Twerk, and that's gonna piss him off too.
that's a fact.
Do
That's a
you feel
So
fact.
like he's the underdog against Twerk? You haven't lost to Hitman. Do you feel like he's the underdog?
first of all, I beat the shit out of Hitman.
Cap.
Second of
That's
all,
cap. But go ahead.
nah, I can't make Holla the underdog to nobody. That sounds crazy to me. So it just sounds crazy. Certain people can't be no underdog. Holla can't be no underdog. Somebody Mook him. I don't give a fuck what the culture might say. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I get it as far as the times and how people, but it makes no sense to me. You know what I mean?
And you feel like out of those three battles, Twerk is definitely the one, 100%.
To me, I feel like that should be the next one.
Okay, the next one should be Twerk. Okay. And what about who would be the Mook or Lux? If he battles Twerk, who's after that?
Mook for sure.
Okay, so Twerk and then Mook. You don't
Yeah.
fuck with the Hitman and Lux?
I mean, I just think it's more there with Mook and Twerk. You know what I mean? The Highland Lux matchup is just it's just a matchup, a heavyweight to guys that we like it. Like nothing about the style clash. Like to me, I don't. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You don't think Lux bootleg and power moves adds a little something to
That
it?
was my next question.
Add something to what to Holla material
No, I
or
mean add something to it being a little bit more of a storyline to the battle as opposed to it just being two god tiers clashing. You know, Lux bootlegging the event adds a little bit more of a storyline, a little bit more of a grudge match element to it.
I mean, I don't know. I guess if I just want to throw that in there just to make it something, I guess. But that ain't about
Okay.
to win nobody around or nothing. That ain't about to.
No, I'm saying just for the storyline, not
The boss,
material
he
wise,
said
just to
no.
make it
He
make
said
sense.
no.
Man,
Yeah.
the storyline is the storyline. Like them niggas low key was.
I say, yo, you bootleg my event, nigga. Like that shit ain't gonna fly.
Yeah, that
So
ain't.
stupid. Go ahead, Doc. You got your hand up.
Now, I was just gonna say when you asked that question, I wasn't in here the first time. I just wanted to chime in if I may. Um, I think Twerk should be the next one, but Mook is the most important one, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. Mook is definitely the
Um,
most important one.
yeah, yeah, it's for
All right.
sure the most important one. The Lex one is kind of just there. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Right.
he's loaded Lux, he's Hitman Holla. It's not really something where it's like I gotta like I could go without it and be just fine.
Why
But
why
like
is Mook so
Black
important to
J
you?
Black.
Can you
you
can
you
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 explain that? Because you got a lot of thumbs down reaction to that statement. Why do you
oh
why do you feel that way?
Cause
yeah, fuck
he's
Jay
a
Black.
psychopath.
No, I
Nah,
agree with fuck J Black, but why do you feel that way?
nah, and top floor loot as well as a
He's a
staff and
psycho. You're a
organization.
psychopath.
Come on,
But
man, Doc. Why do you feel like Mook
nah
is so?
nah but this is the thing, right? Stylistically, like Twerk and Hitman is special as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Torque being of a lesser stature than Mook and Lux, I think that should be the next one. Mook feels more like the grand finale, and I feel like stylistically that battle was amazing too. Hitman and Mook, I couldn't call a winner on that one. No funny shit. Like, and I feel like you get an A game from both of them. Mook been on his A game, man. That's gonna be one of them. So not only is it like just as a great style clash as the Hitman Twerk, or if maybe not like a little less, um, It just means more with legacy and shit. Those two are like bona fide Mount Rushmore niggas.
Okay,
Yo, why
Easy,
are
you
you
here?
leaving out Beloved though? You bugging.
Nah, but style. Okay, now let me get to that. Stylistically, as a match, that's not amazing. I could literally
That's
go without seeing
cat,
that, and I'm gonna be,
bro.
and I'm literally gonna be just fine if it never
So you
happens.
wasn't
I'm gonna
impressed with
sleep
Lux
just fine.
versus Rum?
I never said that I wasn't
I
impressed
think
with
he thinks
Lux
stylistically the
whatsoever.
Mook
I
battle is
said
better.
stylistically, it's not even close to the quality of Battle Hitman and Mook have. It's
No,
not
I,
even
I
close.
I agree, but that's still a mega match. We can't do that to
I didn't say
Beloved,
no.
bro.
I hold on.
We can't even
I
speak
never said
about
it
him
was.
like that, bro. We
I
can't
never
even
said it
talk
wasn't a
about
mega
him in
match
that
though.
term.
Oh
Hold on.
my God,
Wait.
Lou took that
Lou, Lou,
personal.
Lou, hold
But
on.
Lou, here
You're
Yeah, hey,
blasphemous.
Lou,
Black now playing.
Lou, I never said
That's
that it
Pete.
wasn't. Names are still
Honorable.
names. That doesn't. Names are still names, but mega names have battled other mega names, and the battles be butt cheeks. We've seen
We
it.
got names and
So,
then we got Beloved though. We can't move.
Hold on,
Rux,
y'all,
listen.
real quick.
Hold
There's
on,
a
they gotta be
hold
real
kept in
on.
that.
okay. So real quick, there's a hole in the jumbotron. If the so that the listeners can participate, the other speakers, who should Hitman Holla battle next? Lux, Twerk, or Mook? If y'all could please vote before they get back to arguing amongst each other. Schmo.
Yeah, go ahead, Shmo.
Yeah, I was just gonna get my take on it, and I understand why Hitman and Twerk. I think I looking at the votes right now, and I think just kind of taking the temperature of the culture as a whole. I think people want Hitman and Twerk next, and it kind of reminds me of when Shine and Hitman locked up, where there's kind of a fight for the performer crown there. So since they match up so perfect, I understand, but I'm not gonna lie, I want Hitman and Lux next, and. First of all, I think their style contrast is great. We're talking about the best performer ever versus, for many, the best pen ever. So even though it is a style contrast, I think it's like the number one of people in those categories. And also, do we remember the shit that they was talking? And the fact that even though I know battle rappers say a lot, but we really don't get Rum and Lux without the Hitman and Lux arguments and the make them wait in a sense. And Lux really wants this battle. Have we ever seen Lux react this way about a matchup ever where he's really seeking it out? Where he's like, bro, I really want to I want to kill you. Like, I want to.
Shout out to the trappers, we are my back lit is the out of any man battle rap trap, and we definitely got the streets.
D out again, man. D out of here, man. Put it on you.